All right, guys, we're getting closer to DC. How far are we?
About 20 minutes away.
20 minutes away. Howard, we are coming for you. Yeah, so I wanted to get in. I just posed to my brother. I know a lot of people, myself, there's different people, friends that I know that are apprehensive.
Take exit
sometimes when
28B
it comes
on
to
right to
dating
Maryland
someone
650
that has a
South.
child. Sometimes they're apprehensive, and thinking or whatever. How do you feel about dating a woman that has a child? Are you okay with it? Will you do it? No, it's off limits. What is it?
Well, for a very long time, I was anti-dating a woman with children. And as I get older, I do realize that my window of opportunity of meeting a woman without children is shrinking.
Yeah, that's the truth.
They just having them younger and younger and okay with having them.
Continue 4.7 miles on Maryland 650 South.
So, it's a thing. But I have dated a woman with children before, a few times. And it's really in how they manage it. I've never been the type of brother who tries to overemphasize or overassume who I'm going to be or what I'm going to be. I don't ever enter into a relationship of sorts with this idea that this is going to be everything I need it to be, and this is going to be my last first kiss, and maybe my last first date, and so on and so forth. Like, I don't think like that. So, because I don't know, in terms of just seeing whether or not we're compatible, I don't try to be integrated into their lives so much, especially when they have children. Because children remember.
Right.
Children remember, children will inquire, and you try to be part of that child's life, and then say it doesn't work and you remove yourself from their life. What kind of effect will that have on the child? What is the effect that it has of their view of the mother?
Right.
So I'm mindful of that if I'm dating a woman with children. One woman that I dated, she had 2 sons. And I would come over. We went out. The first time we went out, I met her at my job. The first time we went out, it was on a date. Children had a babysitter. And we enjoyed the evening together, the full evening together. Or I think the boys were away for a weekend or something like that. I forget. At any rate. And then each time I saw her after that, for the most times, was after they went to sleep. I eventually did meet her children, her sons, but it was just as mom's friend, Now, I knew the children weren't stupid. Like, they picked up, like, this is who mom's spending time with,
We know what's going on.
But as long as mom's happy, that's what it was. I didn't try to get to know the boys and what they were interested in, this, that, and the other. It was enough for me to hear her stories about them, and she was very proud of her sons. I mean, and by all accounts, they were really good boys, So, but that's what it was, But we were both respectful of the distance. They did have a father they were involved with. He was in their lives, I was just dating their mother.
Right.
I once dated a girl who had a daughter the daughter spent most of her time with the grandparents, her parents, and the father's parents.
Okay.
So I never really had to deal with that. But I did date the last woman I dated with children, who were in the picture rather. She had 2 daughters, and once again, same scenario. I'm coming over when the children are put to sleep. I'm coming over when the children are put to sleep. But it got to the point where she was involving me in their lives. Like, she was like, hey, can you bring over this or that for the girls? Why am I providing? I didn't sign up to be the provider. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, why am I doing these things to see you you're having me do things for your girls.
Right.
So that didn't last longer than a month,
Right.
you know. And it was just kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
this is not in my job description.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
signed
mean?
up for this.
This is not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
And you know, and once again, she's grown, she's independent, so on and so forth. And some people take that to assume that when you're grown and independent that you don't need to ask for help for anybody.
Right.
And that's fine. If you need help, you need help. If I got it, if I don't have it, then I don't have it.
Right. And I'll tell you.
But don't tell me that you don't need it, but still expect me to have it. That doesn't match. You know?
Okay.
Don't get mad at the expectation that I should have it for you. Or that you should be entitled. Because, like, for example, we'd go out to dinner.
Okay.
And I would tip well.
Okay.
Because the service was good. And the management took care of us. You know, I tipped well because there were parts in the bill that didn't show up on the bill.
Right. Got you.
You know. So because of that, I did a little bit better for the person taking care of me.
Tip well, people.
Exactly. Gotta tip people. 20%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tip.
For good service.
Okay.
If you get good service, tip well. Plain and simple. If you can't tip, get it to go.
I know this is a quick interjection. Is there ever a reason not to tip?
Oh, there are plenty of reasons not to tip.
Okay, I just want to. Okay.
Yeah, there are plenty of reasons not to tip.
Okay.
Quick side note, I went to a restaurant. I've been to a restaurant a few times where I basically had to track my server down just to get water.
Oh, man, I hate that.
Yeah, you know.
I hate if I have to ask where. Hey.
You know, I sat there once and watched my server ignore my table. I didn't even want to pay, but I damn sure wasn't tipping. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's not like a tip by default type of thing.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
But you know, if you get decent service, if you were taken care of, you know, you came out, you enjoyed your meal, you didn't have to clean up after yourself, the food was agreeable, the service was good, tip. You know, just tip. And know how much you have to spend.
Right.
You know,
I have a problem with the fact if you can't tip, you don't need to go out to dinner.
I
You don't
agree.
need to go to a restaurant. If you cannot tip, if you're not expecting to have that amount to tip, don't even go out. Go
Right.
to a fast food, pick it up to go if you can't tip.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, what if I want a good food? I should be able to get it. Okay, get it to go. You can still get the food without getting the service.
Right.
So get the food to go. You don't have to get the service because the service is what you're paying for. You know, if you just want the food, charge you up, get you out. But if you're gonna have me doing refills, have me addressing food concerns, have me worrying about your food allergies, have me cleaning up after you, have me, you know, all of that. The service, that's what you're tipping for. You're tipping for the service. If you're getting service, tip. But anywho,
Got it.
so we'd go out, and I tip well.
Okay.
You know, because we were taken care of, and we typically went to places that people knew me at. And so she found herself asking me for some money, and I didn't have it at the time. When she was looking at it, I was like, "Oh, well, I don't have it on me." I really didn't. And she was like, "Oh, well, can you go get it?" You know, so on and so forth. And I was like, "Well, I don't have the time for that either." You know what I'm saying?
First, I don't have it on me, and I don't have the time to go get it either.
Yeah.
I don't have time. Yeah.
So, but you know, she was in need, so I found a way to help her.
Okay.
You know, essentially the situation was she needed gas money.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I didn't need to go to the bank. And she was like, okay, we'll just go ahead and put it in my account. And I was like, excuse me? Like, she gave me her account number, and she was planning to go to the gas pump. I'm not filling up your car. So, no, I'm not. And the way I was looking, I was like, I'm not walking into the bank looking like this. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, look, I'll go with you to the gas station, and I'll put gas in your car. She pulled up to the pump. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even about to put my card in the machine. I'm going to go inside and prepay this.
Because I don't even want you going
I
beyond the
don't,
limit.
yeah, exactly. I don't want you thinking we jackpot. Let's fill it up. No. Because she had an SUV.
Right.
I'm like, oh, not in this economy.
10.5.
Yeah.
10.5.
So I put 15 in. Okay.
All right.
I put 15 in, and I let her know, hey, you getting 15.
And
She
even
was
if you
like,
try to go over
right.
because I
So,
prepaid.
like, don't get,
Right.
and then you know what you, and I told her, so I was like, don't get caught by surprise. Just so you know,
Right.
15 is going into the tank. You know, because if you just needed some gas money to get the kids, you got the kids, and you
Right.
got money to get back and money to do it again. You got enough for that, so you should be good from this point.
Right.
You can be able to, you know. Well, she was like, okay, but then she was like, well, I'm upset. I said, oh, because of what? You know. She was like, well, I just don't know. She said, well, you know, if you don't have it, then you don't have it, and fine, you know. But I just want to let you know, I don't like a cheap man. I said, oh, okay,
No,
well,
nasty than some people.
the nerve, the gall.
I be wondering, how do you even put your lips together to say
Yeah,
certain
it came
things?
out loud. She said that shit out loud. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to let you know that, you know,
In
one, I never
0.2
pretended
miles,
to have it.
turn
And
left
if I
on
didn't
North
have
Capitol
it, I
Street
wouldn't,
Northeast, then turn right.
you know, I wouldn't offer it. But just to let you know, I don't like a gold digger. Oh, you trying to call me a gold digger? She got real defensive. Oh, so clearly, when I posed your statement the same way, you took offense. So clearly, maybe I should have taken a little bit more offense to it.
Right.
You know?
That's a key. People don't
They
like
can't.
when you pull their card. They'll
No.
pull your card. They'll try to pull your card, but when
yeah.
you do them, you do a you on them, they have an issue with it.
Oh yeah, easily.
Same thing. You gave it right back to an issue.
So I was like, it's not my job to provide.
Right.
You know? And she was like, well, I don't understand how you go out and you spend this money. That was her stance. I go out and I'll tip this person this, and I'll tip
Turn
well
left on
here,
North Capitol
tip well
Street
there,
Northeast,
Account in your
then
bank.
turn right.
and right. She following my credit report. You know what I'm saying? But if I ask you for something, I can't get it. That is none of your business.
Turn
What?
right on New Hampshire Avenue
It's
Northwest.
none of your business what I do with other people
Right.
and my finances.
Right.
You know. And
Continue 1
you know,
mile,
and it was,
then
and that
enter
was our
roundabout.
last interaction.
That was it, huh?
Oh yeah, that was our last interaction. She apologized, but I was done. You know what I'm saying? Because I have operating procedures.
Mind your business.
I have operating procedures. Like we're not gonna even have a fight
Right.
in the first month.
Right. This one is closing it down. X-Nade, get out of here.
Not a
It's
hard
too early
decision.
for that. We haven't been through
A
anything to
month?
be fighting
a month.
to arguing.
And you're talking about, we're arguing about money that you're asking me for.
We'll argue about my money.
Yeah, my money.
Why am I arguing with you? Why am I even going to continue the discussion with you? Because I'm not even going to argue with you.
15, click, bye. 15.
That was the last time she seen those tail lights on the headlights, huh? Oh, man.
For the camera real quick.
Right.
Yeah. Hit it with that. Womp womp. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Like, what? I was like, oh, my goodness. I couldn't believe it. It wasn't the last time I'd seen her.
Somebody got brown and gold on. That ain't
The LRGs.
funny. Right.